Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. Who would be the kings of the NFC North Division in 2024? Vikings fan perspective. Will it be the Bears? Will it be the Packers or the Lions or the mighty Minnesota Vikings? This will be a very entertaining season because I'm going to keep it real. I feel like the NFC Northern Division is the best division in football, and it's not just because the Vikings are in the Northern Division. I feel like, honestly, all the teams that's in this division has a chance to win the division. What division do you know that is like that? What division in the NFL was like that right now? I don't think there is many. But I'm going to talk my talk about each of the teams, and I'm going to give you my final answer at the end of the video on who's going to be the king of the NFC Northern Division. Now, let's start with the Bears. The Bears drafted Caleb Williams in the first round, first overall in the 2024 NFL Draft. And I'm going to keep it real. A lot of people, right, for some strange reason, think he's going to be a bust. Maybe they think he's going to be a bust because of the off the field stuff that he does. But on the field, he is the closest thing, the closest prospect, the closest quarterback coming out to the great Patrick Mahomes that I have seen. And I'm keeping it real because the one thing about Caleb Williams is he improvises. He makes something out of nothing. When you think it's a dead play, he'll get a first down with his feet. When you think it's a dead play, he'll make a throw off his back foot to the wide receiver or the running back or the tight end. When you think it's a dead play, he's so dang on accurate. He's running out of bounds. He'll throw it right before he gets out of bounds and throw it across the dang on field to the wide receiver for a touchdown. This man is simply amazing. This man is special. And the Bears made the right decision with the first overall pick. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. For the man to be looked at as I don't understand some people. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And he might be a bust. You know what I mean? But as a diehard Minnesota Viking fan, I'm going to keep it 1,000. If I had a choice between J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams, I'm going Caleb Williams all day. I might be wrong that J.J. McCarthy might be better because all he does is win, win, win. You know the vibes with that. 27-1. But let's get back to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is very efficient from the pocket, outside the pocket, to throw on the move. He does everything, right? 30 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. He had 11 rushing touchdowns, added that on to the 30 touchdowns. So that's 41 touchdowns that he had in 2023. But the thing about him is he's so clutch in big moments. In 2022 and 2023, in 199 passing attempts, he threw for 0 interceptions on 3rd and 4th down. That means he's clutch. He's big time. He's going to be a superstar. Hopefully he's not too good because he's with the Bears. But honestly, if he's good, it only can make the Vikings better. I'm not scared of nobody. We got our guy. But let's get to the other moves that the Bears made. Jalen Johnson. I'm going to go to defense. I'm going to go right back to offense. Jalen Johnson, cornerback. Debatably top 3 cornerback in the whole NFL. Just signed a 4-year deal worth up to $76 million. Worth every penny. Big time, big time. This guy is big time. I ain't going to lie. I made a video. I said, yo, I want to get Jalen Johnson, bro. If we could take him from the Bears, and he has that, he's that dude. He can shut down any wide receiver pretty much. That's the guy I wanted, man. I'm salty about that, man. Y'all should just let him go. Let him go to another team. Let him go to the Vikings in particular. But let's get to the 9th overall pick. Rome Odunze led the whole college in college football with 1,640 receiving yards, right? Debatably, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best wide receiver in the 2024 NFL Draft. Marvin Harrison Jr., of course, is that bull. You know, Malik Neighbors, of course, he's that bull. But I wouldn't be surprised if he does his thing and he's the rookie. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best out of the 3 or out of the top 5 wide receiver prospects. He had 13 touchdowns. He's 6'3", 215 pounds. He makes contested catches and one-on-one. Good luck. Good luck if you're going one-on-one with that guy. With Caleb Williams throwing the ball, and that's not all, y'all. They got Keenan Allen, had 1,243 receiving yards. They have DJ Moore. He had a career high in receiving yards with 1,364. So they got 3 good wide receivers. Man, they got DeAndre Swift. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he's a solid running back. You know what I'm saying? They have a good team. And that's not even including just their overall defense. Their defense is number 1 in stopping the run. They have playmakers all over the dang on field on defense, man. Just to name another playmaker besides Jalen Johnson, Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker, 4 interceptions. Man, they have a team. So they built a team around Caleb Williams where it's kind of like no excuses. You got to be able to produce with this type of team. It's not like you're going to a team that's just awful. They're trash. They got the number 1 pick but they weren't the worst team. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference between getting the number 1 pick and being the worst team. Like, it's a difference. They're a good team on both sides of the ball. But let's get to the Packers. The stinking Green Bay Packers. But let me keep it real. Jordan Love. Debatably, is the best quarterback in the NFC Northern Division. He threw for 4,159 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. He had 4 rushing touchdowns. He definitely improved as the season went on. Like in the beginning, it was kind of iffy. He was struggling, but as he got used to the speed of the NFL, because it's levels to the game. As he got used to it, he got a lot better. And I feel like the Packers have a solid defense as well. They did get rid of my boy Aaron Jones. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings, by the way. It will be a revenge game. Hopefully it's week 1 or whatever week it is. We gonna beat y'all just because of that. Just because of that. You disrespect my boy Aaron Jones. He's a very, very good running back. Y'all replaced him with what's his name? Josh Howard, I believe. He's solid as well. But they have a good overall team. Their defense, my goodness. Quay Walker, one of the best young linebackers in the NFL, had 2.5 sacks, 1 INT, led the team in tackles with 118, 59 solo tackles. That bull nice. Their safety, Rudy Ford, led the team with 2 interceptions. He's really good. He's a really good safety. And then their defensive line is okay. Rashawn Gary, I believe he got hurt. He had 9 sacks. He had 7 tackles for loss. Preston Smith, he had 8 sacks with 4 tackles for loss. And Kenny Clark, 7.5 sacks with 9 tackles for loss. You know what I mean? And then they drafted, I don't want to jack his name, Edgerrin Cooper, first round, right? I believe, 25th overall pick in the first round. No, that's the second round pick. I'm sorry. I believe that's the second round pick. The first round pick, they drafted Jordan Morgan, offensive lineman. He played left tackle, but he can do, they say he's versatile. 6'5", 311, 2-time All Pac-12, 2-time captain. And that's a good move. You got to protect your quarterback. But then they drafted the guy I really like that they drafted is the bull, Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker from Texas A&M. He's 6'2", 230 pounds, 7 tackles for loss and 8 sacks. I liked him. I did a lot of mock drafts drafting him. He's a beast. His 40-yard dash time is 4.51. He's going to be next to Quay Walker. That is going to be a good duo right there, man. So they did a good job on both sides of the ball by getting that linebacker, and they look good, man. They're going to be a good team. I'm not going to get into the corners and all that. All I'm going to say is they're a solid team. I'm trying not to give them too much credit. I'm trying not to give the Packers too much credit. I can't. I just can't.
Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That like button is definitely going down. I will be doing play-by-play for the next upcoming seasons for the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Join the YouTube family. It's definitely going down. Now, let's get to the Lions. The Lions. Jared Goff. I ain't going to lie. Jared Goff is probably the best quarterback playing off of that play action. His play action pass is probably second to none. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? And to keep it real with you, it's because of this run game. That's why they're always going to be good, in my opinion. I feel like they built their team perfectly how I like a team to be built. I'm not going to lie, man. Like, Gibbs and Montgomery both almost had 1,000 rushing yards. Like, they're beast mode. St. Brown had a career year, got a contract. He had 119 catches for 1,515 receiving yards. He had 10 touchdowns. St. Brown is a freaking monster. He just raised the price for Justin Jefferson. By the way, Minnesota Vikings, the GM, everybody, make the dang sign JJ. Just let's not wait any longer because the price is just going to keep going up. Get it out the way. He's the best wide receiver debatably in the whole NFL. Get the job. Get the deal done now. Just get it done. But yeah, they have a good team. And linebacker Alex Anzalone led the team in tackles, 129 tackles, 7 tackles for loss. Man, had 3 sacks, 85 solo tackles. I mean, and the Lions are second in stopping the run. They're only second to the Bears. That's crazy. We got 2 teams in our division that know how to stop the run really, really good. That's why I say this is the best division. If you can run the ball and stop the run, man, your team is going to be solid. Good start for them. Then they got Aleem McNeil. He's definitely good. Their defensive tackle, 6 tackles for loss with 5 sacks. And, of course, Aiden Hutchinson, career high, 11.5 sacks, 1 interceptions, and 14 tackles for loss. They're only going to get better. The Lions are only going to get better. And for their first-round picks, they drafted Terrain Arnold with pick 24. And they drafted Ennis Rakestraw Jr. with their second-round pick. Potential for both of them. Arnold, he can do outside corner and zone. He can do it both. I like him. I like him a little bit more than Ennis Rakestraw Jr. But the one thing about Rakestraw Jr. that I like a lot is he's not scared to tackle. He will try to stop the run game. You know what I mean? He's a solid tackler. So that's the one thing about corners. If you ain't trying to tackle, bro, like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But that's an amazing thing that they just took care of. Not amazing, because it's not really amazing, because I don't want the Lions to do good. But for a Lions fan, you're thinking like, yo, our weakness was the secondary. Their weakness was the secondary. Not stopping the run, not getting after the passer that much, even though they got after the passer for the most part, but not like they really, really wanted to. But they did enough to get to the dang on NFC Championship game and almost got to the dang on Super Bowl. I don't like it, man. And they're improving their secondary. I don't like it at all. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. But let's get to the mighty Minnesota Vikings. With the 10th overall pick in the NFL draft, the mighty Minnesota Vikings traded up and got J.J. McCarthy, right? And then they traded up to get that guy, Dallas Turner, right? And I'm going to say this right now. All he does is win. I understand that the stats aren't spectacular in a lot of people's eyes, but the stat that means the most to me is the dubs. And I'd rather have the dubs and not put up the crazy 5,000 passing yards or 4,000 passing yards and all these touchdowns and all that. And win. I want to win more than just put up numbers. And that shows the character of him. I know that the Michigan Wolverines had a great offensive line. They just was running down the throat of everybody. And my whole thing is he adapted to that. He said, yeah, I'm going to do what my coach tells me. So he's coachable. He's not a selfish player. He's coachable. And my whole thing is this. When they needed a play, he made the play. That's all that matters to me. And I think that he does have it in him where if he needed to throw the ball 40 times in a game, or maybe even 50 times in the game, I think he has a good enough arm. He's very accurate. He can throw on the move. He is that dude. He's Mr. Clutch. the opposite of the other quarterback that got $180 million, $100 million guaranteed. Put up all these numbers. Leave in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. Put up all these numbers, but he's 1-4 in the playoffs. I'm just saying, y'all, don't come at my neck. I'm just saying facts. The facts are the facts. The man wasn't a winner. But this guy, he won in high school. This guy, he won in college. That's all I wanted, man. And I'm excited that J.J. McCarthy is on the Minnesota Vikings. And I can't wait to hear JJ to JJ all day. I can't wait to hear that. But let's get to Dallas Turner. A straight up monster. I love that they traded up and got debatably the best defensive player in the 2024 NFL draft. He's a straight up monster. His first step quickness is great. His speed is great to get past the tackles, and depending on where they put him, they might put him at defensive tackle sometimes. I think Brian Flores is going to have Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Gernard and whoever's on defensive line at the time. He's gonna switch it up, man. He's gonna confuse a lot of offensive lines, and he's gonna get after the passer. It's gonna be a fun season. Sometimes you can't get past him with your speed. You got to work on some other things, but that's all with coaching. There's no such thing as a perfect prospect. And I feel like Brian Flores is going to unleash him. That's all I'm going to say. He's going to unleash the monster. And the one thing about him, no quit mentality. What a great pickup. What a great pickup for the Minnesota Vikings with the 17th overall pick. You know, a lot of people are still a little salty. They wanted to get a defensive tackle, but I'm cool with it. Now, some of the other moves that we made in the offseason was Aaron Jones. We have to improve that run game, and we stole Aaron Jones from the Green Bay Packers. I love it. I'm so excited about it. We have McBride. We have Ty Chandler. We're going to run that dang on ball, and that play action is going to look better than we have been looking for the last few years. You know what I mean? And we're going to have some running back screens. We're going to do a lot of things that is going to make this offense flow, and we're going to do a lot of good things that's going to make this defense flow. Now, let me give a big, giant shout out to Jerry Tillery. I understand y'all probably laughing. You're like, Jerry Tillery. Why are you mentioning Jerry Tillery? I understand. I just have a feeling, man. He was a first-round pick. He didn't plan out to be what they thought he probably would be, but I just feel like Brian Flores is going to unleash something in him, and he's going to be better than what we think. Remember that I'm saying this in this video. Jerry Tillery is going to have a very good season this upcoming season. We did draft a defensive tackle, Levi Drake Rodriguez, later on in the draft, 7th round. I'm not sleeping on no late picks. I'm not sleeping on no undrafted free agents. My guy, undrafted free agent, Gabriel Murphy. I'm not going to say that he's going to be that guy, Ivan Pace Jr., but I'm not going to say he's not going to be. And the one thing about him, the reason why he didn't get drafted is because of the size. They said he's not a prototypical edge rusher, defensive end. His size, he's 6'2". What is he? 6'2", 200 and I believe 40 something pounds. They said that he's small. He has short arms. His arm length is like 30 and a half in length. It's so weird how they're like really breaking this down. They're nitpicking all these things, but they can never measure what's inside. And I keep saying that, and it's so true. Because they said the prototypical arm length is 33 inches. Like, what the heck, bruh? I don't understand it. But, yeah, 247 pounds, my bad. He had 8 sacks, 16 tackles for loss. He had 38 tackles in 13 games. Gabriel Murphy from UCLA, I think he's going to make the team, and I think he's going to do good, man. He's going to be one of those players that is going to be a fan favorite early on in the season. That's just my honest opinion. Another player that I like is that I think is going to be solid is Doug Nestor from West Virginia, right guard, and he has experience doing tackle. So he's versatile. I think that's a good pickup, undrafted free agent. I think that when he gets the opportunity, developing, I think he's going to be an underrated pickup. So shout out to Kwesi not sleeping on these players. One more player that I want to talk about is Ty Jones from Mercer. He had caught 63 passes, had 1,138 receiving yards. He has 7 touchdowns, and I feel like he's already going to be better than Jalen Naylor. I know people are saying, like, seriously, like, people he hyping up Jalen Naylor, like, Ty Jones, he going to be that bull, man. So look out for Ty Jones, Doug Nestor, and Gabriel Murphy to make the team. Let's go Vikings. And my final prediction of who's going to be the kings of the NFC Northern Division, it's going to be the Bears. I got the Bears winning the division. I got the Vikings with a rookie quarterback. I know. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I got the Vikings number 2. I got the Packers number 3. And I got the Lions number 4. And the only reason why I say got the Lions number 4 is I just think they're gonna have a down season. I think their coach is gonna do some bonehead coaching decisions. They're gonna go for it on 4th down. The losses are gonna pile up in bunches, and they're not gonna be able to make the playoffs. Or something's gonna happen. When it's gonna be something like that to happen. They have the talent though. So, but like I said, any of these teams can make the playoffs and win this division. But that's all I got to say. Leave in the comments below. How you feeling about what I'm talking? Do you feel like the Bears can win a division? Do you think the Lions can win a division? Do you think the Bears can win a division or the Vikings? Y'all leave in the comments below. I'm out.
This is the end of the video. I truly appreciate you vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. I'm out.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go. I really do this. I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. Yeah. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.